Hey everybody, you're watching We the Fandom, where we discuss comic books, pop culture, and the fandom experience. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more content. Hey everybody, Jacob here at We the Fandom, reviewing episode 5 of Obi Wan Kenobi. If you're like me, you feel as though this show has been dragging on forever, that the series probably could have been just 2 episodes if they took out all the unnecessary stuff. We've seen Obi-Wan get captured, or come close to being captured, once in every episode, and we see it in this one too. But we finally do get answers to questions that a lot of us have had since, I'd say, episode 2. The 2 most important questions being, was the Grand Inquisitor actually killed, which goes against canon, and how does Reva, the third sister, know that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker? The episode starts off with Vader reminiscing on his time as a Padawan. And I assume he was a Padawan based on his hairstyle, and it seems like it's probably pre-Clone Wars. And while I did want some Clone Wars flashbacks, which this isn't anyways, I did not expect the makeup and or effects team to do such a bad job of making Ewan McGregor look younger. Hayden Christensen can better pass to a degree, but even he could use a couple of touch-ups. I guess Disney decided that neither of these actors was old enough to need de-aging technology, or they couldn't afford it. I also thought they were just giving us a flashback for the sake of nostalgia, but there is actually a reason pertaining to the plot for it. But Reva informs Vader that they've tracked Obi-Wan to Jabin, which she did using Leia's droid as shown in the last episode, and Darth Vader makes her the Grand Inquisitor, which I thought was very premature. It's not like he has Obi-Wan in front of him in cuffs, but this situation does get kind of resolved at the end of the episode. So Reva uses Leia's droid to shut down the facility that the refugees are in, which will lead to basically a siege between the Empire and the refugees. And Vader thinks that he'll win because he thinks he just needs to force Obi-Wan to surrender in order to save the people. Unfortunately, the siege is led by Reva, which isn't as exciting, though the readers were setting it up like this for a reason. Obi-Wan does surrender and gets Reva to reveal her secret. We finally learn how she knows that Vader is Anakin, the mystery that has only further divided the Star Wars fandom. For me personally, it made no sense that Vader trusted her with his identity. But it is now confirmed that Reva was a Jedi youngling, and she witnessed Anakin killing younglings alongside the clones face to face as he actually ran her through with his lightsaber, the same way that she did to the Grand Inquisitor. But she survived by playing dead, and I guess eventually making her way into the Inquisitor rank. It's also revealed that she isn't truly serving Vader, but rather biding her time so that she can turn against him. Now, does this redeem her character? To a degree, yes, but I'd say it's a bit too late. Disney waited way too long to reveal anything about her character. The fans that hated her for her lack of depth and motivation are probably still going to hate her. For me, I'm honestly just done with the character. Her motivations are revealed, but I don't care as much anymore. The show has dragged on and waited until the last 2 episodes to reveal important information. I basically just want to see Vader fight Obi Wan Kenobi. As many people have suspected, it seems like Reva may join the light side, or at the very least, she'll try to kill Vader. And this is all actually part of Obi-Wan's plan. He surrendered knowing that Vader would focus only on him, giving the refugees time to escape, which references the flashbacks, which demonstrated that Anakin has always been blinded by victory every time he fights. Using this knowledge, as well as the revelation of Reva's motivations, he tries to convince her to join him, and it almost seems like it works. For some reason, she sends just 2 stormtroopers to take him back into the facility to wait for Vader, and of course he escapes. Of course, Vader couldn't catch Obi-Wan. They had to drag it out into the finale, and they realized they couldn't do that what they did in the 3rd episode, where Vader literally had Obi-Wan in his clutches and then let him escape. Obi-Wan and the refugees escape the planet in a ship after Vader uses the Force to tear apart a decoy ship, which honestly was probably the coolest moment of the episode for me. I think it was the last Obi-Wan Kenobi review I did where I mentioned how much I wanted to see Vader use his full Force abilities. Predictably, Reva tries to kill Vader. He taunts her while she tries to fight him, dodging and pretty much only using the Force, before taking her saber, separating it into 2 pieces, and then dueling her. There were parts of the duel that seemed kind of cool, but then there were other parts where Vader looked like he was fat Steven Seagal doing karate. But he wins, of course. He impales the third sister, and guess who shows up? It's the Grand Inquisitor. How? They don't tell us. Something vague about revenge keeping him alive. And I guess this is why the writers kept his return, as well as Reva's past, a secret, because showing how one of them survived being impaled by a lightsaber would have ruined the surprise of the other. But unfortunately, the torment doesn't end. They could have easily killed Reva in that moment, instead they let her live. And guess what she finds? Oh, it's Obi-Wan's broken comlink laying on the ground, still playing the recording of Bail Organa talking about the child on Tatooine. So I wonder where the final duel between Vader and Obi-Wan will take place. It couldn't possibly be Tatooine, could it? This is like some Dora the Explorer shit, how they lead us into each new episode. Though if I'm being honest, I think Dora is more competent than Reva. Reva just has plot armor. The writers created her so that she could do no wrong. Even when she loses, she wins. Sadly, Quinlan Vos didn't appear in this episode. Honestly, at this point, I don't think he's going to show up. The good news is that we only have one more episode left, and it's the final episode, which means they shouldn't leave anything on the table. But knowing Disney, there will probably be some unanswered questions and plot holes. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a new video. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.